Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. If we go back a little, we will remember how the Lakers took a long time to get rid of Russell Westbrook, and this caused a lot of problems in restructuring a new squad. This season Rob Pelinka is taking too long to make deals that put the Lakers in a position to go to the playoffs. Every day that passes, rival teams raise the price of their players, and at the same time D'Angelo Russell finds himself being undervalued in the NBA. Manager Rob Pelinka needs to be more agile and make a good deal for the Lakers. Lakers executives are slow to realize that it is past time to trade D'Angelo Russell. No matter how much it is insisted, Russell cannot find the perfect fit with the Lakers squad. The only option is to trade him together with other players who are also not performing and make updates to this squad. To create a champion, you will need to do business well and bring a great man and a top-scoring winger. Rumors: Lakers finally trade D'Angelo Russell in exchange for a great center from the Chicago Bulls. The Los Angeles Lakers have started the NBA season an impressive 10-5 through 15 games, but they may still be looking to upgrade their roster before the trade deadline in February. In a recent report on the Pat McAfee Show, ESPN's Shams Charania said Los Angeles is in the market for a big man. They have said this for a while, and I've reported this. They are actively looking for a big man to add to that lineup, Charania said of the Lakers. Who could that be? But they have assets to play with, they have contracts to play with. In a recent article, Bleacher Report's Dan Favale proposed a trade that lands the Lakers' two-time NBA All-Star center Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls. Lakers receive Nikola Vucevic. Bulls receive D'Angelo Russell, Christian Wood, 2025 second-round pick, via Clippers. Adding his $20 million salary to the 2025-26 balance sheet shouldn't faze the Lakers when they're not including a first-round pick, Favale wrote of Vucevic. Dealing with a potentially more competitive market is the bigger hurdle. Vucevic has played well so far this season, averaging 20.7 points and 9.9 rebounds on very impressive 59/48/85 shooting splits. Entering the season, Vucevic and Zach LaVine were the two Bulls players many felt could play themselves onto contenders by the trade deadline. With the Lakers playing well, they could certainly be aggressive buyers this season. D'Angelo Russell's road to 2028 Olympics comes with creative Lithuania twist. Los Angeles Lakers guard D'Angelo Russell could flip his country for the 2028 Olympics, with the latest report from Eurohoops.net. They said according to the Lithuanian portal 15minute.lt, D'Angelo Russell is interested in playing for the Lithuanian national team, aiming for the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. That report also states that he has already informed officials at the Lithuanian Basketball Federation about his intentions. Lithuania was not a random choice, his wife is Lithuanian, which should facilitate the process of obtaining citizenship. The news comes as a surprise since Russell wasn't a member of the 2016, 2020, and 2024 USA Basketball Olympic teams. While Russell is a good player in his own right, making the 12-man roster for USA Basketball is extremely tough. Although one of his close friends Devin Booker made the team, he said he was willing to take any role necessary. If Russell goes with the Lithuanian team, he'll have a challenge ahead of him on many fronts. Lakers' D'Angelo Russell on the Lithuanian national team could spark some interest in the 2028 Olympics. Interestingly enough, a similar situation happened with USA Basketball. While Joel Embiid was a member of the team, he is also from the country of Cameroon. He could have played with his home country but chose to represent the United States. His reason was geared towards winning, since the USA had the highest chance of doing so. Embiid could have had more of a statistical impact on his Cameroon team but chose to stay. For Russell, a move to the Lithuanian national team could spark many changes for him. Although his wife is Lithuanian, there's a language barrier. Also, many of the European teams have played together for years. For example, the Serbian national team has been together for almost a decade. That camaraderie is essential for Olympic play. Russel'S play style has evolved but hasn't gotten to the European style. The Lakers guard has a score-first approach, although he's a solid playmaker. However, Russell moved to the bench for the Lakers this season and has thrived. As he's embraced the sixth-man role, his productivity has skyrocketed. Not to mention, Russell has the talent to make the Lithuanian team. Being in an Olympic Games, regardless of whatever country, is an accomplishment in its own right. Regardless, joining the Lithuanian team could spark a competitiveness they haven't had before. An established NBA player could provide insight about how to beat USA basketball. Securing a medal, and a long-shot possibility of winning gold, might be the main objective if Russell joins Lithuania. Lakers looking to bounce back from first home loss. The Lakers will have Rui Hachimura back as they look to get back on track against the Nuggets on Saturday. The Orlando Magic, one of the league's best defensive teams, were struggling to find answers to slow the Lakers' offense on Thursday night. The Lakers, one of the league's best offenses, scored 67 first-half points against the Magic and their 74th point early in the third when Anthony Davis made a floater with 9:34 left in the quarter, giving the Lakers a 9-point lead. But once the Magic went from playing man-to-man defense to a 2-3 zone, the Lakers' offensive momentum slowed. The ball and player movement weren't as crisp, especially in their first couple of possessions against Orlando's zone defense. The Magic were able to slow the Lakers' offense down to their preferred pace. Shots the Lakers are usually comfortable with stopped falling, leading to them scoring just 14 points in the final 9.5 minutes of the third quarter. The Lakers were outscored by 10 points and shot 27.8%, 5 for 18, in that stretch. As part of a quarter they lost 29-21 in a 119-118 loss to the Magic for their first home defeat of the season. They disrupted the flow, as zone can do sometimes, Coach J.J. Redick said. They were having a hard time stopping us. To be honest with you, I don't feel like it disrupted us for more than a couple of possessions. I know we didn't score for a stretch there, but we got good shots. Those first couple of possessions weren't great. It kind of took us aback a little bit and then we were able to execute against it, but it was just that stretch there where we struggled to score. That 9.5-minute stretch also helped the Magic attack a weakness the Lakers had improved in recently but struggled with during portions of Thursday's game: transition defense. Even though Orlando only finished with 14 fast break points and 5 in the third, the Magic made the Lakers pay when their offense didn't produce, a common tactic of many of the Lakers' opponents, recognizing their struggles in this area. Frankly, we just weren't getting stops, Redick said. Would you get stops, then you're playing against man and early offense. Hachimura return. Rui Hachimura wasn't on the team's injury report for Saturday night's home game against the Denver Nuggets, meaning he'll be available after missing the previous 4 games because of a sprained left ankle. Hachimura, a starter in the first 10 games he was available, averaged 12.7 points, 50% shooting from three-point range, and 6.1 rebounds before being sidelined with the injury. Rookie wing Dalton Knecht has thrived while starting in place of Hachimura, averaging 23.8 points on 60.3% shooting, 57.6% from behind the arc, and 4.8 rebounds in the 4 games Hachimura sat out. Redick said ahead of Thursday's loss that he expects Hachimura will return to the starting unit but that coaches will try to incorporate longer stretches for Knecht off the bench. My expectation is that Rui would stay in the starting lineup, Redick said. He's been awesome for us and for the group, whatever role as a starter. I know I talked about that not being a role, but whatever designation Dalton has, whether he's coming off of the bench or as a starter, I don't think his role changes at all. And I think for him mentally, there's no effect to that. He's just going to be the same guy. We have to, as a coaching staff, we have to be cognizant about getting him longer stretches on the court. Fans are not confident with this squad, because they know it needs more players for rotation and also needs a great center.